Hello and welcome to part 6 of converting a dead CDJ 1000 to MIDI with a Teensy. Our next job is to extend the wires for the 12 volt and the 5 volt up to our Teensy board. I already showed these in a previous video. I'm going to cut the crimps off that I put on and just extend the wires, solder the wires together, and then use some heat shrink to protect the wires and stop any short circuits. So much like we've seen before, strip the wires, twist them together, solder them, put the heat shrink on, and then shrink the heat shrink. You can use the soldering iron, just make sure that you don't melt the plastic. I use a heat gun. You could use a hairdryer if you have a hairdryer. Tidy them up a little bit, and then we're going to put the crimps on so that they can crimp into the 2-pin headers that we have put on the Teensy board. You'll note that I have black and red for 5 volt, black and orange and yellow for 12 volt, so that I know which is which. So now they just plug onto the board in the correct places. So 5 volt on the left, VLED or 12 volt on the right. Now we power up, check for 5 volt on the pins where the Teensy will plug in, and then check for 12 volt on the headers on the side where we have the VLED and GLED. Our next job is to check every port where the Teensy plugs in to make sure that we don't have any 5 volt or 12 volt signals coming back from any of the boards that would potentially damage our Teensy. So we're just checking each port as we go along. This would also indicate if there are any short circuits as well. We are seeing an issue on pin 30, and that is because it's the jog press, and we are resting the unit on the jog press, so that is expected. Pins 31 and 32 are the encoders that are receiving 5 volt. So I expect to see some signal coming back from those. Once we've gone past those, we can then test all of the other connections. We don't see any issues on there. The last is that we test the ports that will extend the underside of the Teensy, and again we don't have any issues. We have to trim this plastic base, otherwise the wires that we have extended from the main board will actually catch onto them. We just need to lower it down by a centimetre or so. If you use the actual posts that are on the base as a guide, as you will see just there, that will be fine. That will just allow the wires to sit in that space. The last thing that we need to check is all of our LEDs work. So we need to have the power on with the VLED providing the 12 volt, and then we take 5 volt and put it into our headers to illuminate each of our LEDs. I had a problem with the yellow LED on hot QA, so that's something that I need to fix. But all of the other LEDs are working as I expected. Next, we will look at making sure that everything one last time is okay before we put the Teensy in, and then start to look at some software. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.